2K Sports pregame show.
Here we are with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, Ernie Johnson. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Portland Trail Blazers up at...
Two teams, two cups. And nearing the end of the season, Brent, we always talk about momentum being a big factor heading into the playoffs. But why can't a talented team just turn it on when it needs to?
I've seen some examples, Kevin, where a talented team can turn it on when they need to. I think
doesn't happen a lot, though, does it? Would you agree?
It doesn't, but the idea of momentum, in my opinion, also doesn't necessarily exist either. I mean, there can be all of a sudden 7 games, and you can flop in a game, and you start talking about, well, where'd the momentum go? I think that's something in the ether. You have to make sure that you have the talent and the talent ready and healthy to get at that competitive level and to rise to that challenge. That's when I think sometimes you do see it click on.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. We've got DeMarcus Cousins. Griffin is out there with Aminu. And there's Roberson. And it's Mills in at the 1. Now here's Mills. Griffin kicks to Roberson. And here's Mills. Aminu, the pass to Griffin. Clock at 4. Back to Aminu. Over Jackson. Rebounded by the Hawks. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
And you know what? They played well, but just not well enough. And close games really test where your team is at.
Well, you can learn a lot about yourselves, and coaches can learn about the confidence in their players. So back to the drawing board, get in the gym, and look forward to the next opportunity.
Here's Cousins after Josh Jackson's bucket. Portland no good that time either. First quarter, just over a minute played.
Slight change in the Hawks in terms of the front office responsibilities, as Coach Mike Budenholzer had been running the show, but he relinquished those responsibilities as Travis Schlenk came from the Golden State Warriors to head up the general manager's position.
Trying his luck deep, scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And it's important that Jackson become consistent from deep. That definitely has the touch to make shots from there.
Cousins with a screen on Walker. Griffin kicks to Aminu. Dishes to Cousins. To stop the run. That shot is off. So Atlanta will take it the other way. And Brent, do you like the move for the Hawks, bringing in a new head of basketball operations?
Well, I think Mike Budenholzer, you could see in his reaction to them hiring a new general manager that he was just fine with that. He's a coach. That's all he wants to do is coach. Now he's going to have a chance to coach.
Here's Aminu after the made shot from Bradley Beal. Roberson dishes to Aminu. Picked by Griffin. Shot off the screen. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Cousins went into third gear that time, a little quicker on the release, but excellent at letting that one rip.
Collins kicks to Walker. The Hawks working the ball around. There's Jackson with the 3. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Trailblazers trail by 7. Now here's Mills. There's the dish to Roberson. Mills passes to Roberson. Here's Cousins. Got a piece of it.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon, because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Now here's Walker. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Jackson setting the pick here for Walker. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And where's the help? Obviously a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Well, you have to be able to trust each other on the defensive end of the floor. Otherwise, the whole thing is just going to crumble.
Aminu misses. And it's the Hawks ball. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Latrey, and Walker gets it to go on the assist from Beal. Beal's got 3 assists tonight.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And you can put those alley-oop feeds as high as you need to when Griffin's on the receiving end. He'll pick it up off the top of the backboard if he has to.
Now here's Walker, covered by Mills. And Walker kicks to Beal. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Beal's got 6.
Aggressive coming out of the...
Oh, he hits it!
Just do that.
How about that shot? Incredible!
OMG, that's how you silence a crowd.
And so it's Atlanta in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter. The Hawks leading by 9. And Coach Mike Budenholzer, a product of the San Antonio coaching tree, learned a lot in his decade plus as a lead assistant under Greg Popovich.
I think one key for Mike Budenholzer is that he understands that the importance of the assistant coaching staff can really elevate the level of play for the basketball team, and that each of those coaches has an open door policy. You can walk in, you can have a conversation, you can gripe a little bit, and then try to build on something so that the team ends up better off because of those open lines of communication.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And so in the game for the Hawks, Kemba Walker is out there with Bradley Beal. Then it's Collins, and there's Jackson, and it's Mejri in at the center, locking down the middle. Trailblazers trail by 10. Cousins with a screen on Walker, and Mills kicks to Cousins. Here's Aminu. A three-pointer off the mark.
And it just hurts to miss shots like this. Mentally, you question yourself, and it can affect your confidence. Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition, when no one's on you, great shot there.
And Mills kicks to Aminu. They set the pick. Outside Griffin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot from the wing. Tries again. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And for a guy who isn't a great jump shooter, Aminu has been very solid at the line, really, for most of his career.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws here for the night. And Al-Farouq Aminu, the 8th overall pick back in 2010. He's found his niche as a defensive-minded, small ball power forward.
And Kevin, think about that 7'3" wingspan, which will help him defend against bigger, stronger players. And his skill game, though, still looking for some consistency in the offense.
Beal from long range. Another 3 for Atlanta.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
I mean, frustrating when missed free throws become contagious. Really the Achilles heel in that one.
Yeah, you try to put up these scoring runs, and it hurts when you all of a sudden just give away free points from the free throw line.
Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Aminu with the bucket.
Well, it's been a few years that defenses have challenged Aminu to take that shot. They may think twice tonight after seeing that.
Walker dishes to Beal. Passes to Jackson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Wasted no time on that one. Collins has got his first 2 points of the night.
And that is one thing he does very well. His intensity on the glass helps lead to these high percentage putbacks for his team.
Cousins, the pass to Aminu. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Aminu's got 7 points in the game.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Jackson kicks to Beal. To the inside. Mejri uses the glass to finish the layup. Mejri's got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, that's pretty much a perfect pass, and that's also alliteration.
And Mills kicks to Roberson. Feeds to Griffin. Aminu, no one around him. Mejri with the rebound. Mejri's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Beal kicks to Walker. There's a good screen. Pass to Mejri. The feed to Beal. Right side to Walker. No good from outside.
I think what I'd like to see from him in this quarter is getting going from the perimeter. Hit a 3 in the first, nothing in the second.
And that one's good. Cousins.
Well, there's a couple things that Patty is working on to be a better player in this league, and finding the open man is one of them.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Collins dishes to Jackson. Out to the right wing. Mejri, the pass to Beal. And that one comes up a bit short.
Not a lot of defense there. You can't afford to let guys shoot freely from the mid-range. They're not going to miss those all that often.
And so that brings... Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime
Hey
Show.
again, y'all. Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny. Bradley Beal putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists. He's in a crazy zone right now and seems to be even hotter than he was in their last game. And Shaq, what are your And that will wrap.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the 3rd and 4th quarters. Bradley Beal having... Here's Walker. And, you know, Brent, we know top-level coaching is an all-in affair. Strategy, motivation, working the officials. But who are some of the most complete coaches in the league right now?
Well, at the top of the list is Greg Popovich and what he does. There's no doubt that the way that he has his team prepared on a nightly basis, carrying out the game plan, the way he works the sidelines, as you mentioned, Kevin, Greg Popovich is the cream of the crop when it comes to NBA coaches.
On the court for the Trailblazers, Griffin is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. And there's Roberson, and it's Mills, and it's Aminu in at the 3 spot. And Mills kicks to Aminu. In the corner, it's Griffin. There's 3-pointers off the mark.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Cousins with a screen on Walker. And Mills kicks to Cousins. From 13, rebounded by Jackson. Atlanta leading by 15. Walker in the corner. Here's Mejri. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
And this was as even a matchup as you'll find in the NBA. Split the season series down the middle, 1 apiece.
Very difficult to imagine it'll be much different this season. These teams still appear to be very closely matched, each with talent to be competitive, but not necessarily elite.
They set the pick. Jackson dishes to Walker. Clock at 6. Off the screen. Beal, that's for 2. Atlanta working now with the new shot clock. He feeds it to Walker. Jackson kicks to Collins. Pass to Beal. Tries yet again. That doesn't go either for Beal. Trailblazers trail by 12. Oh, Griffin in position. Out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession. And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for the Blazers.
Liking the effectiveness they've shown here from three-point land. And I say, hey, shoot it more. They've been successful with a high field goal percentage, and we'll see if that continues to be a part of their arsenal.
Sinks the triple.
And Jackson is solid working off the screen. A smart player who knows what spot on the floor to move to.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Hey, Greg, when you watch Josh Jackson play, it's easy to see that he can eventually be one of the best defenders in the league if he works at it.
The blocks and steals, I think, will always be there for Jackson with that length. As he progresses as a player, though, he should improve in the little things. It reminds you a bit of a young Andre Iguodala at times with how explosive he can be athletically.
Screen by Cousins, out to the right wing. Here's Roberson. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen to complete the play.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Now he's torching the D right now, hitting a high percentage of all the shots he's let fly.
And Mills kicks to Roberson. There's the pass to Mills. Picked by Griffin. Here's Cousins. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and two shots coming up. And so much of what Cousins does on the court is unstoppable. But at times, Brent, his leadership is something that can get in the way.
Well, I wouldn't technically call that leadership, Kevin. There are times where DeMarcus Cousins detracts from what it is the ultimate goal of a team. In the early part of his career, created a bit of negativity around the atmosphere of what was going on. I think over the past couple years, he's been much better. He's got a new situation now, and maybe a new lease on life.
Measury misses.
Yeah, defense timed that out perfectly. Love the aggressiveness, and then they changed the shot's direction.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Aminu. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Aminu's got his third bucket of the night.
And that's just instinctual stuff there, Kevin. Easily setting up his teammate with the pass.
Now Walker. Shoots over Mills. Up again. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Terry Stotts had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Make simple passes. We got caught trying to make.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Trailblazers trail by 16. They've got Jackson. Measuring is out there with Collins. Then there's Bradley Beal. And it's Walker in at the point guard. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Atlanta's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Beyond the arc. And it's Walker again missing.
And they still need to step up just a little bit. They have the lead, but he needs to find himself out there.
And Mills kicks to Cousins. Here's Aminu. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Aminu's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Portland. So, Brent, you averaged 21 points a game your senior year in college. What adjustments did you have to make to really score at the NBA level?
Well, I didn't have to ask for the ball much in college, but my first year in the pros, Kevin, I had to do that. I said, I'm open over here.
Right.
You know, really, it was just a matter of being comfortable within the system, and then there's always that proving ground, Kevin. The first 6 months as a rookie or a first-year player that's getting ample time, you just want to prove that you're capable of handling your business in the league, and that all happened for me in my rookie year with the Los Angeles Clippers.
He really takes off, just never looks back.
Yeah, by the time anyone even thinks of chasing him, he's gone.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Hey, Brent, with the size and speed of NBA athletes, could we see the court widened out at some point, whether it's the lane or even the boundaries widened?
That's a great question, Kevin. I often thought that the league should widen the court to the point where the 23-9 three-point line should be an exact semicircle.
Is the same, yes.
Which would
yes.
extend the court another couple feet on each end and create more space, more driving opportunities, more room to watch the greatest athletes in the world do what they do best. That's run, jump, pass, and entertain us. So maybe the league looks at it. Right now, I don't think there's any plans for it, but it's a great question.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Well, to win at this level consistently, you cannot be faint of heart, and he's going in for the kill.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. He told them not to hold back. He said, I want 100% effort out there. If you can't give it, I'll get you out. No time to rest. Let's get after it. Ebony needs everything they've got.
All right, David, thanks. It's good. Atlanta leading by 9. Walker with it, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
No, that's a good call. Just keep arguing with the officials because they change that call all the time. Not.
Mills passes to Cousins. Rebounded by the Hawks. Measury's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Jackson. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. They set the pick. Robertson dishes to Cousins. And it's out of bounds to Portland. I'll retain possession. Just 5 to shoot. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
Cousins does not mess around in the post. When he's got that kind of positioning, he's going to ram it home.
Outside, Walker. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. Can't hit that one. Stolen by Jackson. Kicks it to Walker. Here's the screen, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there. And here's Portland. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. And Robertson kicks to Aminu. He dishes it to Cousins. Shoots over Measury. Nails it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Yeah, and Cousins never shy when his team needs a game-changing basket.
And an intentional foul right there. 29 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And they go to the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
And those attempts right now at the charity stripe are helping them pull away.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They trail by 7. We've got 28 seconds left in the game. A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Bradley Beal.
And he's had the hot hand tonight, Kevin, no doubt about it. He's got his field goal percentage up over 60, and you're only going to get it that high when you're taking good, smart shots.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance.
Just fire from Patty Mills rises up to the challenge in that situation.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that increases their lead to 6. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. He kicks it to Griffin. Here's Cousins. Mejri with the rebound. And that's an intentional foul. And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
Yeah, and the versatility of Jackson's game. He's a super confident kid who certainly has the potential to be a star.
And here's Mills from the arc. Rebounded by the Hawks. They led by as many as 18 points. Outside Beal. And so the Hawks take the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just